Hi, this is Mr. Will from Uptuition with Mr. Will. Today I'm gonna answer more questions that I received from my website uptuition.id. This particular question is from Okasa. There are a few questions written by Okasa, so this is going to be the first one. We are going to discuss it here. The bearing of A from B. So I'm gonna start with point B. And I'm gonna draw the north direction, just pointing up, north direction. And the bearing of A is 129 degrees. So we always start from the north direction in the clockwise direction from the north for 129 degrees. So this angle is 129 degrees. A is going to be located along this line, but where A is going to be, we don't know yet, because the question doesn't give the distance of A from B. Okay, well, we know that A is going to be along any points on this line. Let's go to the next one. The bearing of C from B. So again, it's going from the same point from B using the same north. The angle is going to be 219 degrees. 219 degrees is probably going to be somewhere around here. 219 degrees. So this angle, the bearing, is 219 degrees. Again, point C is going to be located along any points on this line. But we don't know where point C is yet because the distance is not given yet. Okay? But we know another way of the information given by the question, that B is equidistant from A and C. So the meaning of this sentence is that point A is going to be at the same distance to B, and point C is also going to be the same distance to B. So if I would like to draw A somewhere along the first line, let's say I'm gonna draw A here, and then I'm gonna draw point C along the second line. Same thing, so point C along the second line, let's say here. And then if we connect the line between C and A, okay, so we can look at this triangle ABC. First thing first, we can find the value of angle B. Angle B is just this bearing 219 degrees minus this bearing 129 degrees. It is equal to 90 degrees. So this is actually just a perpendicular angle. Okay. And then we also know that the distance of B to A equals to the distance of B to C. Since both lengths are equal and they are perpendicular to each other, it means triangle ABC is an isosceles right angle triangle. Since triangle ABC is an isosceles right angle triangle, that means angle of A and angle of C is going to be the same. is going to be 180 degrees minus 90 degrees, and then divide by 2, which is 45 degrees. Right? So the question is asking for the bearing of C from A. I'm going to draw the north direction at point A, since it is from A. And then we need to find the angle of this clockwise direction from N until where point C is. Right? So this is the question. It's asking for this angle. There are a few ways of doing this. You can use different way. You can calculate different angle, but for me, this is how I'm going to try to approach this problem. I'm going to draw a line that is parallel to line BC at point A. So at point A, I'm going to draw a line that is parallel to line BC. If you look at these two lines, BC, and this line that is drawn from point A parallel to BC, these two are parallel lines. If you look at AC as a transverse line, that means I can have an alternate interior angle along these two angles, right? 45 degrees is the same as this. This is also 45 degrees. When we try to find the bearing of C from A is, you can use the line that we have drawn before. So the bearing of C from A is going from the north all the way to the line AC, which we can actually divide into two parts. The first part is from the north to the line that we draw. This angle is the same as this angle that we draw from the north of B to the line, because these two are parallel to the line BC. So that angle is 219 degrees. This part is 219 degrees. Plus the second part, which is from the line to line AC. And we already calculate that value to be 45 degrees, right? This angle. So that's going to be 264 degrees. That's the bearing. Okay, so that's about it about these questions. Until the next questions, I'm going to discuss more questions from Okasa. See ya. Cheers.